I want to touch on Arsenal a little bit. Obviously, they fly through PSV. We spoke a lot on the last pod, actually, about Arsenal's issues and certainly the striker issues and their struggle to score goals. They've gone and banged, how many goals was it past PSV in total? Nine in total against PSV. Yeah, I mean, I know PSV have got their own troubles. Arsenal, does that mean that they can now go and do something in the competition, or is it just because it's PSV?
Well, it seems that Arsenal find it easier to play well in Europe than they do in the league, because every time they've played in the Champions League so far, I haven't seen any team that's really gone and disturbed on, that team. They've played against PSG early in the league phase, won convincingly. So it seems like they find it easier to play in Europe. But now they've got the big dog coming up in the Champions League. So let's see if that's going to be easy, because I guarantee you it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah, I mean, look, touching on that one. Do you know what? I'm going to put myself out on the line for a little bit here. I actually think Arsenal have got a better chance of beating Real Madrid than what they would have done Atletico. Is that too outrageous to say, or?
Not completely, but the thing with Madrid is you cannot say that it's over until that final whistle.
They're going to be tested.
They will find a way to win this game. They will find a way. You could be up 3-0 with 3 minutes to go, and I guarantee you can concede 3 goals against Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it with City, right? There feels like there is almost like that inevitability about Real Madrid that, like you say, it just doesn't matter the circumstances. I've witnessed it firsthand as a Liverpool fan. Paris 2022 final, sat in the stadium watching shot after shot after shot hitting the post, Courtois making save after save, and thinking the goal's finally going to come, it's finally going to come. And then it was like a scuffed shot from Valverde that found its way through to Vinny for an open net. They win the game 1-0, and it just feels like, again, as we spoke about with the Alvarez penalty, it just doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Madrid will find a way. I just can't rule Arsenal out, and I don't know what it is, because like I said last episode, I was so heavy on this Arsenal team are crumbling, they're failing, we've seen the best of them. I don't know why. I've just got a really cheeky feeling Arsenal could upset the apple cart. There is obviously, I don't know if you saw the news the other day about Saka. So his expected return is actually for this game. And I don't know, I just think you give Arsenal that little bit of creative spark back again. They're so good defensively anyway, we know they are. If they've now got someone on the pitch that can really hurt Real Madrid, Real Madrid's defence aren't impenetrable, we've seen that. Especially this season. I don't know, I just think...
I think at home, Arsenal got a pretty good chance of getting a result against Madrid. I could even see Arsenal beating Real Madrid at home at the Emirates. Maybe a cheeky 1-0 or 2-1. But it's about going back to the Bernabeu.
That's what it's about.
And the fact that the return fixture is at the Bernabeu, people talk about atmospheres and stuff, and if there's one atmosphere you don't want to witness as a footballer, it's at the Bernabeu. When you concede that goal and you hear that Madrid song, it's curtains. And I don't know if they're going to be able to cope with that. It's a massive stadium. Everywhere you look, you see white. So I don't know.
I think Madrid are finally at a point now where their big players are turning up as well, right? Like Kylian Mbappe scoring goals for fun, just considering the slow start he had. Yeah, Madrid are looking good, but I mean, for me, as I said, I just can't shake that Arsenal feeling. I'm not saying they will win. I just think they've got a better chance. I think, to put it this way, I think Arsenal fans might be the only fans in the world, barring Real Madrid fans, that were happy about the decision on whenever it was in that Madrid derby.
Yeah.
Because I think there'll be a few of them thinking the same thing of the last thing we want to face is a Simeone low block, struggling to break teams down, and they nick us on the break.
Yeah.
Whereas Real Madrid typically play a little bit more open, a little bit more expansive. They're going to give us chances.
But do you think playing against Atleti is as annoying as playing against a Rudiger, for example? Because playing against him can be annoying as well for 90 minutes.
I can imagine.
Very true. To what Adam is saying, 2 banks of 4, you can't play. No one wants to play against that for 90 plus minutes. And I think you do have a really good point. Atletico aren't scoring loads of goals. They're not quite as free flowing, but if they do nick a 1-0, then okay, you could see Arsenal losing that game. The Madrid game, though, I feel like with Mbappe playing how he's playing, Vinicius Jr. kind of slowly getting back into some really good form, there could be a lot of goals in this one for one, and I think mainly they're going to be for Real Madrid. That lack of striker for Arsenal, we've seen how it's, how they fared in the Premier League. They're not doing very well at the moment, struggling to chase Liverpool. Do they now decide, look, we're going for the Champions League and the Champions League only? They probably are secretly, but they will turn around and say that, look, we want to fight for the Premier League as well. They're going to throw everything at Real Madrid, but I don't think they're going to have enough, even with Saka coming back into the fold. That lack of a striker, Liverpool need a striker, Arsenal need a striker. Arsenal haven't sorted that out, and they've had a longer time to sort that out than Liverpool have, for example. I don't see Arsenal getting through this one, not with what Real Madrid have just done to Atletico. No chance.
Okay. Well, to touch on that then, look, off the back of it, if we were to sort of preview the rest of the games, are you both saying Real Madrid to go through against Arsenal?
Yeah, and not super convincingly either. Like, Mbappe is like slowly getting to form, and he is scoring goals as well. I don't think he's as amazing as he has been or has shown he can be, but he is still very dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think that defense will be tested. It's whether Arsenal then decide they're gonna, sit with a low block. It's not really their style, and counter-attack. So it'll be very interesting to see how both teams set up. We could be in for a lot of goals, or we could be in for a cagey two-legged tie. But taking it to the newly renovated Bernabeu with those fans, and I don't know. This is Madrid's trophy. You can't argue with that.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, mate. I'll take your word for it. So we'll say, like, if we do a quick prediction on some of these fixtures, then. So if we're gonna go, I think unanimously probably gonna say Real Madrid just about get through Arsenal.
Just about, yeah.